Hi. Today we are going to talk about notebook checking. I'm sure as a principal and using principal's diary and reviewing your school each and every day with the tips given in principal's diary, I'm 100% sure your school is far more better than what it was yesterday. Today we are going to discuss about some tips and techniques to ensure quality learning by the help of notebook checking. Notebooks are the most important testimony or evidence of the work and commitment by the subject teacher throughout the year. And it is also important reflection of the progression of the student around the year. Teacher's primary job is to ensure quality teaching learning in the classroom. And student notebook is one of the best means to observe quality teaching and learning. One point I would like to share and discuss at this point of time, which is very, very important. Students consider their teachers as God, not less than God at all. If teachers say the spelling of bat is B-E-T, students are going to learn the spelling of bat as B-E-T. So notebook checking becomes very important. We have seen some teachers, those who just tick mark without even bothering whether the answer is correct or not, without even bothering the spellings, the grammar, the punctuation, if any word is missing, if something unnecessary is written or word formation is wrong, teachers just tick mark. Do you imagine what happens before examination? Students will open their notebooks and they will learn from that. At that point of time, do you understand the impact of wrong correction? Principals, it becomes very important for you to check the notebook on a regular basis. Don't just leave it on the coordinators or the teachers. Because the kind of impact which is going to go wrong notebook checking at the time of exam is going to cost students' life. Imagine you have checked the notebook where the answer is absolutely wrong. The words are wrong, the spellings are wrong, the sentence formation is wrong. Some words are missing. Some tense and verbs are wrong. Spelling have got errors. And that is checked. And the students are learning from that. How are they going to write the examination? Students consider whatever teacher has corrected as Bible. At that time, the impact is going to be very bad. Principals also need to understand the notebook checking procedure for each and every subject will vary. Mathematics checking process or science or Hindi or English are going to be absolutely different. So while checking of the notebooks, we need to ensure that the correct techniques are used by the teachers. Teachers also need to understand that the positive remark in the notebook or the correct remark in the notebook will definitely make students more sensible. They'll make students more brighter. So you need to use the remarks wisely. Principals have to check whether the teachers are using right remarks and teachers have to give right remarks. The positive remarks leave a very strong appeal in the student's mind. They make learners sensible. So teachers need to write rational, relevant and concrete remark in the student's notebook. If there is a follow-up reminder, we need to write it in that way. If there is a reminder to write it again, we need to do that. If a teacher has to write down a remark that students' writing has to be improved, then it has to be written. Sometimes when there are a lot of errors, then teachers have to give a remark to rewrite the whole page or the chapter once again. So remarks, positive remarks, correct remarks, rational remarks, relevant remarks means a lot. So principal has to check whether teachers, after checking, are giving correct, valid, relevant, rational, concrete remarks. Teachers have to tell the ways to improve handwriting. They have to tell how to write down questions, spelling, grammatical corrections, and lot more. So teachers have to suggest their students in that way. Kindergarten teachers can use stickers, smiley, stars as a reward for the students' work. Handwriting has to be observed whether the handwriting is improving day by day or not. You have to give students some time, but handwriting observation must also be there. Praise. Now this is again very important point. Praise to the quality work, but not to an individual. We cannot do favorism. So please give praise to quality work rather than individual. Good, fair, excellent, meaningful, good content must be indicated very well. So principals, while you're checking that the teachers are checking the notebook, you need to observe all these points, whether these are happening or not. Also, when principals are collecting the notebook and teachers during the classroom, we need to observe few more things. Whether the notebooks are covered, whether the index has been made, whether the work is complete. Principals have to check whether work is complete or checked or unchecked, checked by class teacher or not. It's just the subject teacher, not just the subject teacher, but the class teacher needs to check. Then coordinator needs to recheck. One more thing, students have a habit to pack the bag and bring all the notebooks at one time. Are they bringing the notebooks as per the timetable or not? This is not notebook checking, but actually notebook. Whether all the tools, steps, diagrams are made properly or not. Have the students completed the work with the best of the abilities? There are some situations where the answer is not being written on the blackboard and every student is writing their different answer, and this practice must be there in each and every school where the students are writing the answers on their own. The teacher's work increases because every answer is going to be different and teacher has to check whether every answer is correct or not. Now, if this practice, principals, please understand, it is not easy, but if teachers follow this practice, then I am sure the teaching learning process is going to be highly improved. Some students will complete their work late. So teachers don't have to give them excuse that okay, you have completed your work late, it's okay. These are some tips and tricks and techniques which we need to observe in notebook checking of the students. Principals, in our principal's diary, there is a note, there is a task in the task grid. It is mentioned that on this particular day you have to check the notebooks of each and every student in the school. Now, if each and every notebook of the student in the school is checked once in a week, then I'm sure that there will be no negligence, there will be no delay. Every student's work is going to be completed. There will be some students, those who are long-term absent. We need to devise a strategy for them. But week is a deadline where all the students' work is supposed to complete. Teachers, please ensure Saturday must be a day where 100% of the students have completed the work. This will make them more responsible, far more better a person. I'm sure these few tips and tricks are going to make your students better. Principals can make their school better, and teachers can make their classes better. Thank you very much. I'm sure Principal's Handbook is helping you a lot, and I'm sure these tips and tricks are going to help all the teachers to do better in notebook checking. Thank you.